What would happen if Antarctica's volcanoes are active? The greatest ice sheet in the world may be found in Antarctica, making the continent a huge frozen wilderness. About 90% of the world's freshwater is frozen in this ice sheet. Besides being a huge heat sink, the meltwater it produces is a major factor in the global ocean currents. As such, it plays a crucial role in maintaining Earth's climatic conditions. The large volcanic province, extending thousands of kilometers along Antarctica's western edge, is home to multiple active volcanoes, a lesser-known fact about the icy continent. Welcome back to Geology Explained. Well, let us know it all before it becomes active. While the icy landscapes of Antarctica are well known, the vast majority of the population still likely knows very little about the world's southernmost continent. Does Antarctica have any volcanoes? Antarctica is home to 138 volcanoes, the tallest of which rises more than 4,000 meters above sea level. One of the most volcanically active places on Earth, they are primarily located in West Antarctica. There are 138 volcanoes in Antarctica, but only one, the Mount Erebus, is now active. Scientists have identified 138 volcanoes in Antarctica, though they believe that the vast majority of these are now dormant and hence cannot be active. Many of these volcanoes are subglacial since they are buried beneath the ice cap that covers West Antarctica. In 2017, scientists from Edinburgh University studied the landmass beneath the ice, which had been recorded by ice-penetrating radar in a previous survey called BEDMAP-2. This revealed the complete extent of Antarctica's volcanoes. Only 47 of the 138 volcanoes were known to science before the 2017 survey. Is Antarctica still home to any volcanoes? Mount Erebus in West Antarctica is at 3,794 meters, 12,447 feet above sea level, and is the only active volcano on the Antarctic mainland. This volcano has maintained its normal eruption rate up until the present day. Deception Island, part of the South Shetland Islands, is home to a second active volcano on Antarctica's coast. 576 meters, or 1,890 feet above sea level. Would the blazing lava from their volcanoes be able to destroy Earth? Or might the thick Antarctic ice halt the lava before it makes our world uninhabitable? It is generally accepted that Antarctica has the coldest average temperature of any continent, and it's extremely mysterious. It wasn't until scientists unexpectedly discovered two clusters of tiny earthquakes in 2013 that we learned it was hiding active volcanoes. Now that we've examined Antarctica with ice-penetrating radar, we know that there are many more volcanoes lying below the ice, 138 to be precise. How many more could be hibernating there? And just think how much danger we'd be in if all those volcanoes decided to wake up all at once. It's not unexpected that the ash-spewing cracks in Antarctica's ice sheet have lain dormant for so long. After all, you can find volcanoes just about anywhere in the universe, not just on Earth. Venus, Jupiter's moon Io, and Saturn's moon Enceladus all have active volcanoes. Let's not squander time, though. We must first defend our own world. When a volcano explodes, do you know what happens? In the case of earthquake waves, for example, there are typically indicators that something is about to go wrong before the actual event occurs. They point to the presence of molten rock beneath the Earth's crust. Later, hot gases and solids like lava and ash show up. The average speed of lava is about 10 kilometers per hour, 6.2 miles per hour, though this can vary greatly depending on the conditions and the specific type of lava being transported. A human being can easily outpace them. Extremely hot gases and ash are released from a volcano during a large eruption. When these elements come together, they produce a pyroclastic cloud. These monsters can achieve speeds of 80 kilometers per hour, 50 miles per hour, and temperatures of up to 700 degrees Celsius. If you got caught in one of these, it would be game over for you. However, the volcanoes in Antarctica present a different picture. They're submerged under ice that's over 4 kilometers, 2.5 miles, thick. We wouldn't be dealing with volcanic gases making their way to the surface, at least as far as one eruption goes. Due to the released heat, large ice caverns would melt, yielding copious amounts of meltwater. And that's when things would start turning ugly. All that fresh meltwater would speed up the ice above it. The polar ice cap would start melting and sliding into the sea. The Antarctic ice sheet would be surrounded by warmer ocean currents. On the one hand, it would provide a fresh glimpse at the Antarctic bedrock that has been covered by ice for millennia. And if all the ice in Antarctica melted, it would add another 60 meters to the global sea level, 200 feet. Hurricanes and typhoons would wreak devastation on the Earth's surface. If the eruptions happened in a matter of one day, we'd be looking at thousands of deaths, with storms wiping out anything floating in the waters. Nonetheless, let's return to Antarctica for a moment. Since the ice has melted, concerns have been raised concerning the molten rock underneath. One bright side is that it wouldn't transform Earth into a molten wasteland. That makes sense. If the magma were to cool in the Antarctic Ocean, it may add to the continent's underlying rock. However, that's not the last of it. When volcanoes on land erupt, they release hot gases such as carbon monoxide, methane, carbon dioxide, and nitrogen. These gases can be seen spewing out of the vents. In addition to this, there is typically also some water vapor included in the overall formulation. According to some calculations, volcanoes are to blame for the annual emission of 645 million tons of carbon dioxide each and every year. If the volcanic eruptions in Antarctica turned out to be strong enough, they would blow open enormous areas of the ice, which would allow the release of much more harmful greenhouse gases. Mount Takahie, a volcano that is located on the surface of Antarctica, is responsible for creating a hole in the ozone layer 18,000 years ago when it erupted, spewing out chemicals that were responsible for the hole. This hole caused the southern hemisphere to warm up, which led to the melting of glaciers. It was a factor at the end of the previous ice age. Imagine for a moment supposing more than 100 volcanoes all erupted at the same time. That can't be good for the environment that we live in. But there is no need to be concerned. The volcanoes in Antarctica won't all erupt at the same time. If Antarctica's volcanoes were active, it would have a major impact on the global climate. The continent is covered in ice, which would melt if the volcanoes were erupting. This would release a huge amount of water into the oceans, raising sea levels and causing major flooding. The volcanic activity would also release a lot of greenhouse gases into the atmosphere, further warming the planet. This could have a devastating effect on our climate, leading to more extreme weather and making it difficult for people and animals to survive. We can only hope that Antarctica's volcanoes remain dormant for the sake of our planet. Thanks for watching. If you found this video interesting, please subscribe to our channel. We release new videos every week on a variety of topics. Laters, or catch you later. See you in the next one.